Hello everyone, welcome to BTV. What a game we have in store for you today. It's in the Vitality Women's Premier Division. Beeston host Wimbledon, and it does look like a cracking day too for Women's Premier Division hockey. All of the matches taking place today in both the men and women's competition. We'll bring you up to speed before the start of the game on the squads, the league standings and the other fixtures as well. Let's just set the scene, shall we? What conditions have we got here today? And it says 17 degrees outside. It feels a little bit warmer than that right now in the chapel, and it is a glorious day. Summer hockey is almost upon us. These are the fixtures today in the women's competition. As I said, all of the matches taking place today, nothing happening tomorrow. So we've got Beeston Wimbledon for you. This is what we've got on BTV. Clifton Robinson's East Grinstead, and Surbiton versus Hampstead and Westminster is the remaining fixture in the top six. It could be a big day for Surbiton today. We might be able to pick up on that later on. Elsewhere, it's Swansea versus University of Birmingham and Holcombe versus Loughborough Students. To set the scene even further, the women's top six looks like this. Surbiton are clear, streets ahead of pretty much everyone else in the chasing pack. East Grinstead are on 36, Surbiton on 43. Wimbledon a point behind East Grinstead and needing to win today to try and put more pressure on. Top two going into the placings for Europe, so top two is very important, and Wimbledon, their eyes focused on that, and Hampstead and Westminster in fourth. Beeston in fifth place with 20 points with 6 wins on the board. A win would see them secure the most wins they've ever got in the Women's Premier Division at any time between now and the end of the season. Clifton Robinson's in 6th place in the division. form guide, you can see Wimbledon have won 3 out of the last 5. Beeston have picked up a win with 3 losses sandwiched in between. Quick look at the men's competition as well. East Grinstead, Wimbledon, Holcombe, Hampstead, Westminster, Old Georgians versus Surbiton. It could be another big day for Old Georgians. 2-day, all of those matches taking place at 6 o'clock, I understand. Beeston men travelling to Durham University, Oxford hosting University of Exeter. Let's have a look at the men's bottom of the table. We can see that black line is now thickly there. We know that there will be 1 team relegated from the Premier Division next season. In the women's and men's Premier Divisions, there will be 12 teams, meaning the team finishing in 11th will be relegated. Suddenly meaning, because there was some doubt over how many teams will be going down, would it be 2, would it be 1? It is 1. So there's a reprieve for 1 of either University of Exeter or Durham University. So our reports of a demise last week may have been a bit premature, so really is all to play for. Beeston travelling away today with hopes of coming back with some points. The teams are making their way out, led out by the match officials. Let's introduce you to them. Claire White and Stephen Cox are the umpires. Sitting behind the table and controlling everything is Bev Deacon. Let's stand by and watch the teams go into formation and enjoy the sunshine for a moment. Ball being placed right in the centre. There's a number of former Bees in the Wimbledon squad today. We'll talk you through those in a moment or two. Beeston ladies trying to attract the attention of the camera team there, which is nice to see. So as the Beeston ladies make their way down the visiting Wimbledon line, let's have a look at the match day 16 for Beeston today. Couple of injuries and a couple of missing faces. Nadia Banal, she's away with a Junior World Cup for Ireland, so she won't be able to take part today. Good luck to Nadia and Ireland as well. Martha Lawrence, she is injured. Nick Moss is also injured. She's coaching today because Zoe Hainsworth is away. Other than that, it's a relatively settled side. Congratulations to 4 of the players as well. Bea Bell, Maddie Pendle, Mads Newitt and Paige Gillett, who all came away with gold in the Bucks Vase on Wednesday with Nottingham Trent University. So that's the Beeston side. As I said, we're fairly settled. Looking at the Wimbledon 15, as there are only 15 today. Former Bee Nikki Cochran is in goal. It's pretty much a full-strength side for Wimbledon today. The only name that's missing from their matchday squad is Susanna Townsend, who came away with Olympic gold in 2016 with Great Britain, the bronze just last year as well. They've also got a couple of the signings from the start of the season, Holly Pern-Webb as well as Fiona Crackles, one of the new internationals on the scene. So both sides packed with experience, and it does promise to be a very, very good game indeed. Both sides have got great reasons to win today and put in a performance. What game are we going to see? Well, we'll only find out by keeping tabs on BTV. Beeston in the black and yellow, Wimbledon in white and the dark skorts and socks. Beeston attacking the boulevard end in the first half, and Wimbledon doing the reverse, approaching the car park end. And it is the visitors who start the game, immediately pushing their way up to the 23-metre line. Bright start, ball into the circle within the first 10 seconds. And Beeston get the whistle. Very, very bright start from Wimbledon into the circle very quickly. You can see that they're keen to get a move on. Beeston taking a few touches to get out of defence. Just assessing the options in defence, which is the best way out. Some support is coming in. Aerial ball is the preferred option. The ball's taken down, kept in. First time Beeston in possession over halfway, and they've coughed up the ball. Nicely done by Lottie Summers, making a real nuisance. Lucy Millington in the middle of the field, pressing when she had the opportunity to. Well, that's Ali Howie on the far side of the field for Wimbledon. And conditions ideal for the players, not so good for us in the commentary box. We may struggle from time to time with recognising the players due to the sun shining and the shadow on the numbers, so we're doing our best in the commentary box. But for a moment, that was Fiona Crackles who was in possession. That's a nice ball, nice one to chase. Just appreciated. You can hear the applause. Just a bit too strong though. Three players in Beeston black trying to win the ball back high up the field. Have they been successful? No, they haven't. Kate Axford, nearest the camera, really shouting for the ball. Beeston, though, have a break. Not many players back in to defend. That's an interesting ball through, played towards Nikki Cochran and in for the first goal of the game. And the celebrations can begin. What a lovely finish. Quickly leaping on that loose ball and the win of the ball in midfield and turned in from close range. What a start that is for Beeston. You can see here that Wimbledon a little bit sloppy in midfield. Beeston going right onto it. Robinson playing the ball to the left-hand side. There's the control and in. We'll give you an idea on the goal scorer as soon as we possibly can, but that's a great start for the home side with 2 minutes on the board. And they're up for a second here. No, that's a replay, sorry. For a moment I was just thinking that they'd broken again in exactly the same way. Wimbledon, though, have been stung by that and looking to play the ball down the left-hand side. Here is Axford getting towards the baseline. Checks back, maybe looking for a penalty corner. Nothing there. And Beeston have done well to recover. Very, very bright start from both teams. I had a feeling that this was going to be a very good game indeed. Beeston ball. Lucy Millington is the goal scorer. Goal number 6 for the season for Millington.
Confirmation of goal scorer for the Bees, number 18, Lucy Millington.
Interesting ball into the corner. That's been controlled very well and kept in play. Very, very good start this from the home side. Neat ball into the circle. Is this a shooting opportunity? Not yet. It's bounced. It's come off the goalkeeper's pads. Nikki Cochran, the former Bee, in the opposition goal today. In the right place at the right time to make that block. Bell crosses the 23-metre line. Lateral ball. Beeston happy to maintain possession. Clip ball. Beeston back again with Bell. Playing the ball in. Nice turn. It has been mopped up. And that's Thorburn who's come away with possession for Wimbledon. Whistle blows. I think we're in for a very, very busy game, both in the commentary booth and out on the playing surface as well. Long blow on the whistle. Umpire's not liking that. I think the Wimbledon player was sandwiched a touch. Couple of challenges going in again. It's Wimbledon that get the whistle. Petty playing the ball out to the right hand side. Hearn Webb plays the ball in towards the circle. It has been picked up immediately. There's a couple of black shirts challenging for it, and Beeston come away with the ball. Very enjoyable first 6¼ minutes on BTV. Beeston in the lead. Millington on target from close range, and pretty great assist from Sophie Robinson.
Just outside, Wimbledon. Outside, yeah.
Just outside is the call. Couple of balls on the playing surface briefly. Petty, the slower ball out to the right-hand side. Whipped towards the baseline. Is there a route into the circle? There is. Played in on the reverse, and that's well watched in defence. There's a lot of traffic. And for a moment I thought Fiona Burnett had got the ball, but it has gone the way of Beeston. Aerial ball out of the home defence, taken down first time, swept forward through the middle. Tempting ball into the circle, watched all the way over the baseline by Steph Tyrrell in the Beeston goal. Hannah Grieve is number 10. She's the player to go with a restart. Look at the pressure coming from Burnett. Wimbledon 27. Nice control by Axford. Wimbledon resetting. Their stuff at the moment is coming through the middle. Sarah Jones with a layoff. Has that been too short? It's just being kept in play. Neat to the left-hand side of the circle. Is that trying to find a foot? Umpire is well positioned to watch that one, and Beeston come away with the ball, but under a lot of pressure right at the corner of the field. Paige Gillett with a tackle. Just outside the edge of the circle, played backwards. Is there a route in? Played in low. Is there a shooting chance? No. As the ball is turned over. Hectic first 9 minutes on BTV. Beeston having the lead over Wimbledon. Julie Reid. That's to be the first touch of the game. Just coming back into the side. Hammered out of defence, taken nicely as well, and forward on towards Mads Newitt, who plays the ball in towards the edge of the circle. Already there's pressure coming up in the defence. Nice take of Cara Hume, number 16. She was hoping for a little bit more from that. Caris Miller looking to make an impact high up the field. It's Wimbledon though who's progressing now down the left hand as they look to get back on level terms. Sophie Hawkins from the side. Nice diagonal ball. Sarah Jones lays it off into the circle. It's have to be calmly watched in defence. Alice Huddleston closest to it and watches it roll over the baseline. Breathless stuff as 10 minutes go up on the scoreboard. Our first break will be quarter time at 17.5 minutes. Turnover ball. Wimbledon with a free hit. I'm sure they'll take their time over this. Right on the edge of the circle. Sometimes it's easier to go backwards than forwards. Where is that ball? Here we go. Restart. We are playing. They have gone backwards. Sweeping it out to the left-hand side. A lot of green space there. Ball in towards the circle. Taken down. Steph Tyrrell on her toes, and umpire blows up for a Beeston ball. I do wonder if the teams can maintain this level of energy throughout the entire game. It's a very, very warm day in Nottingham, and it's been a great intensity about both sides, but I do wonder if they can maintain this throughout the remaining hour or so of play. Hawkins inside. Wimbledon looking to build from the back. Crisp distribution of the ball. Up until that point. Reed, I think that is on the far side, doing well. I think she has just touched it out of play though. Another Wimbledon free hit. Is there a route to play the ball into the circle again? Ball travelling over the baseline. Not the best of balls forward. There's a missed attempt at a clearance there. Ball in towards the circle. Terrell kicks the ball out of harm's way. Long corner surely is the outcome for that. Susie Petty, number 11, you can see towards the right of your screen, looking for that match ball so they can restart. Looking to get back on level terms on the away side. Crashed in towards the edge of the circle, but well watched. That's just behind. I'm imagining will drift out of play. It's just been popped down. There's a turnover ball high up the field. Has been won back by Wimbledon, and now they press down the right-hand side once more. There is support in the middle. I tell you, I'm going to have no voice left at the end of this, the way that the ball's moving around and about all the time. Again, I don't know if you can hear where you are watching us, but the noise in the ground from the players, the coaches, everyone communicating as loudly as they can, real intensity about proceedings today. Beeston can go from this sideline ball. What's the idea? Played shallow and quickly turned over. Nice step in defence. I think that was Hannah Grieve doing the necessary. Well controlled right on the edge of the playing surface. Beeston making incremental moves along their left-hand side, just in front of the spectator gallery. Good to see quite a few faces on the spectator gallery. Even more people, I'm sure, on the balcony. Wimbledon in towards the circle, slip ball back. It's bouncing, it's low. Is this a shooting opportunity? Tyrrell makes a save. And takes the appreciation of the crowd. So a live picture of the balcony, and it is very, very busy indeed. Here's Petty with space to manoeuvre in. Plays a nice ball out to the left-hand side. Into the circle. Bouncing ball. Pace. I think Alice Huddleston is having to be quickest to it. Shooting opportunity on the reverse side. Tyrrell blocks. Huddleston crosses halfway. Looks as if Lucy Millington is the only player in support furthest forward at the moment. And fizzles out. Nice build work for a counter-attack. Could have been there, but the support wasn't coming. Interception. Apula just inside her own half with a layoff. Bell tries to go through the traffic, maintains possession. 90 seconds until the first break, which I'm sure the players will take every moment of. There's a bit of a pause in defence. That was me, I would have been worried, but not this Beeston defence. They've been very stout in defence. There's a ball played in. That's gone a long way. Why is it going to cross the line? Sideline ball. Flicked up into the air, bounces once, twice, big crunch you heard on the...
Wait a moment. I signal the wrong way first. They've got to get into a position to be able to protect.
Again, I don't know if you can hear that. We can hear it. The umpire is saying that there was an incorrect signal, so that's just been reversed. So it will be a Wimbledon ball with a handful of seconds left in this first quarter. Is there a route back in this quarter? Just bouncing off captain Lauren Burrell's feet. Free hit. Hawkins. Great pace again. Just tangled up in Lucy Millington's feet, the goal scorer. Good movement again from Wimbledon. Now using the space well. In towards the circle, shooting opportunity. Wide of the upright. And our match clock, if it's synced up to the big screen, and it should be that for the first quarter of a breathless first 17.5 minutes on BTV. As the players sprint off at quarter time, it is Beeston that have the lead over Wimbledon by 1-0. Lucy Millington, the goal scorer, very, very early on. If I recall correctly, it was in the first 2 minutes. Beeston 1, Wimbledon 0, as you can see on your screen. Confirmation as well of the goal scorer, Lucy Millington. So as the players take on water and instructions, I think we'll do exactly the same in the commentary box. We'll have a breather and we'll be back with quarter 2 shortly. So the teams are making their way out for the start of the second quarter. Olivia Chilton, a former Surbiton player, will be ready to restart once we've got rid of that second ball. You can see rolling off the side of the field of play now. So Wimbledon, they did start very, very brightly indeed, and it looks like they're trying the same thing in the start of the second quarter. Liza Brett just in possession now. In fact, it's been turned over via the whistle. Beeston can clear. Look at the pressure though coming in from Brett. Deflected off a Wimbledon stick for a Beeston ball. Quick exchange of possession. Bouncing ball in towards the circle, taken down. Gillett. And Mads Newitt earns a free hit which has been slung through the air with power and direction, and I think Beeston players were looking for the call on that one, which went the way of Wimbledon. Caris Miller underneath it. Ali Howie goes from the side, former Scottish international. Look at the space that's starting to open up in the midfield for the players to work around in. pace noticeably a couple of notches lower in a breathless first quarter. Wimbledon turning on the speed and the style as they make their way towards the edge of the circle again, and they've got a free hit and dangerous position on the right hand side. Holly Pern-Webb goes to wind the edge of the circle, bounces off the Beeston defence. Wimbledon building again on the right. Crackles, long corner. Holly Pern-Webb again. Thought about the ball down the middle and opted to go backwards. This time it's an angle ball towards the edge of the circle. Shooting opportunity. Goalkeeper Cyril comes out and blocks. It's still live. It bounces off the goalkeeper. It's a scramble to clear the ball away. And Beeston take the applause of the crowd. They did very, very well to stop that two shooting opportunities in the middle of that. Good footwork on the edge of the circle. Trying to avoid the free hit, but it did come anyway. There's another example of the space that Wimbledon are working in at the moment. Beeston very compact and everyone pretty much within the 23-metre line. Wimbledon building up a bit of a head of steam. Once again, Holly Pern-Webb looks forward, plays the ball towards the right-hand side of the circle. Powered away, taken neatly by a Wimbledon stick. Again, Holly Pern-Webb, who's had a very, very impressive couple of minutes. Unfortunately for her, gives the ball away. And Ruby Pula's brought it ball a long way. Millington trying to win the ball. Rapula's come a long way and it's gone well for Beeston. Attempted trick didn't come off and possession has been turned over. Wimbledon step on the gas. By Crackles, 21. While the ball's out of play, Fiona Crackles, new in from Durham at the start of the season. Olympic bronze at Tokyo 2020. So I understand it's 16 GB caps, 7 England caps for Fiona Crackles. Huddleston in towards the circle. Early shot wide of the upright by a distance, but I think that was the right option. Trying to get the shot away. The support was there, but there was a thick wedge of Wimbledon players to get the ball through. I think that was the right choice. It was some way wide. Beeston showing that they have got bite when in possession. Ball drifting out of play. Somehow the ball still bouncing along the line in front of the officials and the teams. Julie Reid trying to go directly through a couple of Wimbledon players, gets the free hit. Now it's time for Beeston to utilise the space. Apula with a nice ball. Knew it. The ball bouncing in towards the circle, popped up off a stick. And that's hit a foot on the edge of the circle for Beeston. Can they take advantage of this one? The movement is coming from Apula to the right. It's been played backwards though to Bell. Beeston moving it around. And then a switch. Bouncing ball, it's just in front of the goalkeeper, Nikki Cochran. And it must have taken a defensive touch as that's a long corner being signalled, I'm sure. This is a very, very good performance from Beeston. I think it's a reaction from that defeat we saw 2 weeks ago now against Surbiton. I think a few important lessons have been learned from that one. Long corner again. Good work again from Apula. Currently in the England under-18 squad. Beeston breaking down the left-hand side. Ball swept into the circle. That's been controlled but instantly picked up in the Wimbledon defence. Ball given back to Wimbledon quite cheaply in midfield. A couple of substitutions taking place. If you're new to hockey, substitutions can be made pretty much any time during the game. So rolling substitutions are the norm, keeping the players on the field fresh. A long blow on the whistle. Rolling once more. Wimbledon moving it down the right. Just missing the match ball at the moment. You can see, I think, Sophie Robinson, number 17 for Beeston, standing where the restart should be taking place, but seems to be short of the match ball. Bell did very well to intercept that. However, free hit for Wimbledon, almost as if it didn't stop there. More pace, attacking the circle, and it's being carried over the baseline. See in the middle of your field, Fiona Burnett. Pressure coming again from Wimbledon. Can Beeston get out of this? That's been brilliantly done from Bell, who gave, received and made herself available. Ella Cusack, number 5 for Beeston, running into traffic on the halfway line. I did say that the pace had dropped in the second quarter compared to the first one, but this second quarter seems to have been running for all of about 20 seconds. There's a real zip and intensity about this game. Lombrell thought she was going to get possession, but it did come off a Beeston foot. Free hit just inside for Wimbledon. Again, you can hear the applause from the crowd. Beeston with a restart. Swept forward. A player goes to ground here, and it's been played in towards the circle. Goalkeeper's come a long way, and it's a first penalty corner of the game. Bit of confusion, as I thought play was going to be stopped there because there was a player lying on the ground. However, Beeston didn't wait for any kind of confirmation. They wanted to go back and play as fast as they could. This is the moment I thought that play was stopped, and then you can see it was picked up. Played in towards the circle, popping up, and I think Sophie Hawkins is the player that was penalised. You can see the pointing of the sticks towards where that incident that I referred to was. But we do have the first penalty corner of the game. It's gone the way of Beeston. Clock is stopped, 28 minutes and 4 seconds. Going over to inject is Ella Cusack. Lauren Burrell is the leading penalty corner converter for Beeston this season. What can they do from here? I think Wimbledon will be very annoyed if they manage to concede from this. Everyone's set. Static on the edge of the circle. It's swept in, it's held low, and that's wide of the upright. Nice routine, nice controlled, well rehearsed routine, but also equally well defended and watched from Wimbledon. I don't know if that was picked up on your microphone or not, but Sarah Jones asking a very polite question of the umpire. Received the reply and then said thank you back to the umpire. Things that you like to see or hear. Sarah Jones is the Wimbledon top scorer with 10. 30th minute is upon us. Millington, the goal scorer, with a restart. Beeston choosing possession over forward movement, but it's worked out for them. Slower ball forward, neatly done. Good spell this, and I must say that's well watched and well picked up in the Wimbledon defence. There's Fiona Crackles, who was doing that picking up work for Wimbledon. Half an hour gone. Beeston lead Wimbledon by a goal to nil on BTV. That is a stoppage, I'm sure, as the player has gone to ground. I'm sure that'll sting a little bit. We are rolling again, though. Can Wimbledon get back on level terms before the end of the half? Holly Pern-Webb, searching ball across to try and find Sarah Jones, who's switched from the left to the right hand side here. By my reckoning, I think we've got 3 Olympic bronze medalists on the field of play for Wimbledon today. Here come the visitors. Neat ball in towards the circle. Is there a shooting chance here on the reverse side? It's been padded away. Really good stuff from Steph Tyrrell. Right place, right time. Pace has come back in the last couple of moments. Wimbledon sensing that there might be something in this before the half-time whistle. Into the circle once more, and the umpire, excellently placed, was able to watch the ball roll over the baseline. Beeston defensive hit out. It's not been a game packed full of shooting opportunities, but it has been an absorbing first half. B. Bell making an impact, as she has done in quite a few games this season. The Beeston defence. Millington who got the final touch for Beeston. Nice from Grieve. Carry the ball over halfway. Flicks it all towards the right-hand side, trying to find Caro Hume. Just beyond the toe of the stick. 2 minutes left in this half to play, or thereabouts. Picked up by Reed. Not given a time to settle, ball into the circle. And I think that was a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. Wimbledon get a reprieve. In the men's match a week ago, we were thinking that there wasn't going to be anything happening in that final minute of the half, and a goal occurred with 45 seconds to go in this first half at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Anything can still happen. It's Beeston that have the lead. They'll be happy with an end to the half like this in possession. Controlled possession just inside. I'm going for a restart right on halfway as the ball rolled out to play from a Wimbledon stick. Crisply forward. The end of the half is due, and there it is. So on your screen, confirmation of the half-time score at Nottingham Hockey Centre on BTV. It's Vitality Women's Premier Division Hockey. It's Beeston 1, Wimbledon 0. Lucy Millington with the only goal of the game so far, scored way back, I think, in the second minute of the game. So what will the teams do at half time? It looks like we will have a bit of pitch watering, so the teams are going to go in for a bit of a refreshment. And get that instruction into the teams. So the management team of Beeston, James Sidello, Gareth Aiken and Nick Moss today, they're going inside and giving instructions to the team. More of the same, I would suspect. Wimbledon's team, Tina Dullahan, Colin Cooper and the famous name of Alex Danson-Bennett making the way inside as well for further information. So half time here on BTV. We will break for around about 10 minutes at half time on BTV. Beeston are leading Wimbledon by 1-0. Kate Axford nearest the camera, really shouting for the ball. Beeston though have a break. Not many players back in to defend. That's an interesting ball through, played towards Nikki Cochran and in for the first goal of the game, and the celebrations can begin. What a lovely finish. Quickly, Holly Pern-Webb again. Thought about the ball down the middle and opted to go backwards. This time it's an angle ball towards the edge of the circle. Shooting opportunity. Goalkeeper Cyril comes out and blocks. It's still live. It bounces off the goalkeeper. It's a scramble to clear the ball away, and Beeston take the applause of the crowd. 16 GB caps, 7 England caps for Fiona Crackles. Huddleston in towards the circle. Early shot wide of the upright by a distance, but I think that was the right option. Trying to get the shot if they manage to concede from this. Everyone's set. Static on the edge of the circle. It's swept in, it's held low, and that's wide of the upright. Nice routine, nice controlled, well rehearsed routine. Kate Axford. Welcome back to BTV. You can see that the playing surface here at Nottingham Hockey Centre has had a good soaking ahead of the start of the second half. Beeston lead visitors Wimbledon by 1-0. You can see there's a bit of a chat happening on halfway. We've had a bee literally fly in front of the camera lens there. They couldn't get more on brand, could it? So we have just the one goal, but there has been an enthralling first 35 minutes. That goal from Lucy Millington coming in the second minute, we understand. It's the 6th of the season. And it's put Beeston in the box seat. Wimbledon started the day in third place with 35 points on the board. And hoping for something today to keep in touch. That second place, giving access to the Euro Hockey League. So second place is up for grabs that Wimbledon are trying to get back in contention for. What they have at the moment is a goal deficit here at Nottingham Hockey Centre to Beeston. Beeston starting the day in 5th place, 20 points. This will push them up to 23 should they secure all three. Lifted ball towards Mads Nieuwet. Being picked up by Wimbledon on the halfway. Blocked on the edge of the 23-metre line. Not really allowing the ball to settle. Ball taken through, punched in by Sarah Jones. With Burnett right on the baseline. Beeston get the decision and will be able to clear. 1 minute of the second half gone on BTV. Ball towards halfway, taken up nicely, some 3D skills as the ball's carried forward. Swept out to the right-hand side, just took an important touch in defence to block the path to, I think that was Sophie Robinson who was furthest forward. Well watched. Stick blocking the path of the ball on the way down. Hopeful ball forward drifts over the baseline. Wimbledon defensive hit, which they've taken very quickly indeed. Searching ball down the right hand side. Trying to find Olivia Chilton, but B. Bell did a little bit of a dummy there and sold Olivia Chilton that it was going to be picked up. It wasn't, she let it run on and picked it up herself. Wimbledon free hit in a decent position on the right hand side, opting to go back. Howie, angle ball towards the edge of the circle has been mopped up. Hugh, all very tight, and that's been given away. Chance here, that's been blocked. Appeal. And it's been taken away out of harm's way from a Beeston perspective. A little bit of defensive chaos. Pressure really being built up now by Wimbledon, not allowing Beeston a route out. Crackles, I think, coming off the worst of that. I think that ball just hit up briefly. Huddleston. Win the ball back on halfway. Crackles letting the ball roll, and the Beeston defence very happy indeed to watch that one roll all the way out of play. Very nearly worked to Mads Nieuwet. It was just too far to reach. Pressure building again from Wimbledon. Gillett in possession, takes a few touches on the way through. Here's Howie once more, spreading the play from the right to the middle, and now the ball out to the left, but that's been well watched, and Beeston can break here. Big injection of pace, nice chop inside, the run continues, support is there, the layoff. It's actually fallen back to its play towards the goal, been turned in for a second. What a run and what a goal, and Beeston double the lead. Very, very fortunate. The run starting on the 23-metre line. There's the chop inside, and then this was the attempted layoff from Robinson. They actually found her herself and managed to stroke the ball underneath Nikki Cochran. What a great run and finish from the headband wearing Sophie Robinson. What a finish. That's goal number 5 for her for the season, and that's put Beeston in control of this game.
The Bees double the lead. Goal scorer number 17, Sophie Robinson.
Wimbledon looking to make their way into the circle. Bell, a lot of action and good possession of the ball. Good shape in possession of the ball as well. There have been many standout contenders this season, and Bell is one of those. Beeston's women's side. Petty. Howie. Just took a touch on the way through. Howie again, the reset. Ball sticking. It's been passed to the stick. It's nice to see the good control. Howie again. A chance to put the ball in. Bounces a couple of times. And everyone watches it drift out of play on the far side. 42nd minute, Beeston 2, Wimbledon 0. Goal scorers Millington in the first half and Sophie Robinson for Beeston in the second half. Aerial ball bounces once, twice. Wimbledon back in possession. Steady ball out towards the right. Lost stick in the middle of that. Nicole Bowen checks this way and that. And Fiona Burnett was about to race through towards the circle. Kate Axford will go with a restart, number 10 on her back, played in towards the corner flag. A long way round, watched in towards the circle, appeal for a penalty corner. That looks like what's happened. First penalty corner of the game for Wimbledon. We'll just watch this back. As the way in towards the circle, played in. I think it was played towards Ala Cusack, who found her foot. Sarah Jones will be injecting for Wimbledon. Holly Pern-Webb, 3. Fiona Crackles, 3 from penalty corners. There's another couple of players on 2 as well. Sarah Jones, Lucy Holder, Fiona Burnett. There or thereabouts around the edge of the circle. So a lot of threat that Beeston need to contend with here. A little switch around the edge of the circle, played in low and hard. First runner blocks it. It's swept high and over the bar. And there's an appeal, long corner, I think, is the final decision there. I'm not sure where it took a touch. And Webb goes direct, ups to out to the right hand side. how he plays the ball in, bounces off the pads of Steph Tyrrell in the Beeston goal. Long corner, big long sweep of the arm. Once again, Wimbledon building up to something. Ball turned in. Grieve does brilliantly to anticipate that ball. And even better still, come out with a defensive hit too. Look at the high pressure coming in from Wimbledon. Holder been bypassed. Reed wins a free hit, decides to check back. Apula with the ball back. Very neatly and calmly done. Again, if that was me, I would have been panicking a bit, but with the skills the players have who are on show today, the measure and control, the confidence. Early ball forward, comes to naught. Again, you can look at the pressure coming straight away. Olivia Chilton in the middle of your picture now with a number 15 for Wimbledon, trying to win the ball back high. That's pretty much what they've done, the visitors here. Axford brought the ball a long way. Reed is nibbling at the ball. That's Wimbledon free hit. 5 out from the edge of the circle. Axford again. Axford is having a real spell in front of the camera at the moment. She's in the Great Britain training squad confirmed for 2022. There's an interception, and Beeston can break. Millington just holds on to possession, which I think is the right thing to do, allowing the Wimbledon defence to get back in, but in doing that relieves the pressure on the Beeston goal. Fallen kindly. Lauren Burrell plays it towards the corner. Is there support? Ball played into a circle, bounces a couple of times. Umpire signals it's a defensive hit for Wimbledon. And the Beeston defence were trying to get back into position as quickly as they could. However, they've been helped by the slow pace of the restart. Here's Reed. Her progress is blocked. Big shads of that was okay from the umpire just in front of the camera. Apula blocks the ball forward. Hearn Webb evades one challenge and a second, but not the third. She's on a bit of a mission at the moment. However, that ball is going to go, I was going to say drift out of play, but Beeston decided to clear and giving it back to Wimbledon. This time it's back in the circle, or towards the circle again. Battling performance this from the visitors. They're 2 down, but still threatening. I was wondering if the pace would maintain all the way through the game. Well, we're now 3/4 of an hour and then some into play. There's been no noticeable let-up. Really strong performance from both teams, this. Anna Kuzak earning a free hit. You can see the shuffling movement forward. And that's a nice idea. Really promising ball to Carol Hume, and a big ooh from the crowd. Doesn't come off. You've got to keep trying those sorts of things. Mix up your attacks. Once again, it's Axford on the right. for Wimbledon. Plays it inside to Naismith, the captain. Once more Axford. Thought about the give and go. It's with Jones now. Punches the ball in, takes a touch, and it's brought out of defence. There's a layoff. Millington does well to win the ball, shield it, take a chop back, assesses her options. She's got time to do so, but that time is diminishing all. As a sweep of the stick, which sees Cara Hume go to ground. "20 minutes and change to play. Beeston leading Wimbledon by 2-0. Nice pace from Crackles, who's carried the ball a long way. Wimbledon into the circle. Is there support? Is there a chance of a penalty corner? No. Beeston come away with the ball again. Nudged out of play. Bell crosses halfway. Intercepted by Wimbledon. Taken up by Robinson, who scored the second goal. Ball forward. That's Hume with her back to us at the moment. Can Beeston win possession back? Yes, they do. That's really nicely done from Cusack. Plays it towards the edge of the circle. Beeston in possession into the circle, but that is a good block again. And what a great pass out to find Brett. Jones, inside she goes. Nice weight on that. Good attack this. And an appeal from Wimbledon, but it has gone the other way, and the applause coming from the Beeston faithful here at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Just over a minute until the three-quarter time break. Pace is absolutely relentless. Alice Huddleston trying to play the ball forward. He did take a hefty touch through. Jones for Wimbledon. Goes this way and that. And ends up giving away a free hit. Professional use of the time from Beeston as we approach the third quarter break. Axford. Ball forward to Burnett, who was nudged a tiny bit. That's okay. That's less good. Bit too much pace on that, but I don't think it's going to be costly, as we should be having that whistle any moment now. And there it is. Three-quarter time break. You can hear the applause from the crowd as well, and a very appreciative crowd here at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Beeston 2, Wimbledon 0 is the score at three-quarter time. Goal in the first half from Lucy Millington, and a fantastic finish in the second half, in the third quarter, for Sophie Robinson. Bees lead by 2-0 with 17.5 minutes to play. We'll have a 2-minute breather also whilst the teams get their refreshments and instructions. And we'll be back with a final quarter of play. Can Beeston hang on to this one, or can Wimbledon come back into it? Stay with us on BTV. 17.5 minutes to play on BTV. That screen corner taken up by the scoreline. Beeston leading Wimbledon by 2-0. Quick recap if you're just joining us. Lucy Millington in the first quarter and Sophie Robinson in the third. And it will be Robinson with a headband to get us going again for the final time in this game. Again, if you're just joining us, Beeston in the black and yellow, Wimbledon in the white and maroon. Great atmosphere at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Slip ball through, and we can see that one travel all the way over the baseline. I wonder what the instructions were to the teams in that three-quarter break. Wimbledon, they're having a pretty decent game, even though they're 2-0 down. They are working things well, they're getting things into the circle, they're being good in possession and finding the angles. But in the chances that Beeston have been presented with, they've taken both of them. And I think maybe that's the difference today. Still plenty of time to play though. Lifted ball out of defence, bounces once, taken down. Pressure coming from Huddleston. Just through Huddleston. Bowen. Nice movement again. Chilton. Chance in the circle. Found the pads. How close was that? Big ooh from the crowd. That looked like it was going to get turned in from almost the goal line. Another long corner. Just checking to see what the outcome of that one was. Ball bouncing a couple of times and Beeston get the free hit. Can they maintain this clean sheet? I think the clean sheet might be the most impressive part of this performance, because Wimbledon have had a host of possession and promise when in possession as well. Expecting things to calm down at such. Howie shaken off the ball by Miller at the expense of a free hit. Nicely taken again from Beeston in defence. Good pace coming. And here goes Huddleston. Checks inside. She's got time to find a pass. Earns a free hit. Miller runs onto that. Can she find second prize? And that circle penetration and getting a penalty corner. Sideline ball, very clear call. Pendle. Grieve. Again, great pace out of defence. Good use of the ball. A big ooh again from the crowd. I think we're about to see the first card of the game, I suspect. May not be, but it was certainly a long blow on the whistle. That usually gives you a clue. At the time we're doing this, it's Mother's Day weekend, and it's certainly a weekend usually filled with cards, but not any here yet. That's really well done. Out of defence from Wimbledon. It's been turned over though. Another scrambling possession. Huddleston plays the ball into the circle. Goalkeeper has to be involved. His time is off here, and I think maybe a bump to the head for Holly Pern-Webb. She's certainly holding her head briefly. I think all is well, and we're rolling again. Harris Miller close to blocking that. Holder. Has the ball taken off her. And Beeston get a defensive hit. 13 minutes or thereabouts to play on BTV. Beeston leading Wimbledon by 2-0. 15 points the difference between the two sides at the start of the day. I think everyone stopped there expecting a whistle, but play allowed to continue. Crackles does very well to get the ball into the circle. Ball popped up. Well, there's a swing of that to try and put the ball into the goal, but didn't come off. Play breaking down a little bit here. But it did pop off a foot, and it did. Restart made sure to be played from exactly the right place. Ball now pushed into the circle and towards the baseline. Player goes down. Long corner. Few Beeston defenders held their breath expecting that there may be a penalty corner off the back of that, but no. Long corner. That one skipped off the turf. Beeston will go from the side. Attempted ball down, blocked by Lucy Holder. 15 today in the away squad, rather than the usual 16. That said though, 15 was enough for Beeston last week at East Grinstead. Nice ball into the circle. Is this a shooting chance? Millington hitting the netting behind the goal. Big ooh from the crowd. Difficult chance, running and trying to take the shot at the same time. Sarah Jones playing the ball into the circle. Great tackle, however, next moment is a penalty corner to defend for Beeston. There's Jones. There's the ball inside. There's the first challenge. But I think in the act of clearing, it struck a foot on the way out. So the first challenge was good. The interception was good. But the power of the clearance, carrying the ball into a foot, giving away another penalty corner for Wimbledon. 2 in the game for Wimbledon. Here's the trap. It's played towards the right-hand side. It's low. It's being turned in, and Wimbledon are on the score sheet. Fiona Burnett, number 27. She already scored 8 for the season. That's number 9. Ball being played in by Holly Pern-Webb when touched in by Burnett. Nervy final 9 minutes now.
Wimbledon closing the gap with just 10 minutes to go. Beeston 2, Wimbledon 1.
Bell playing the ball into the circle. Is this a shooting chance? It slipped in behind, and that's the third! Tremendous goal! Wimbledon were within a goal for just 60 seconds or thereabouts. Love to see that again. Beeston going through the gears very quickly on the right-hand side. Bell playing the ball in. It was just left and then powered in. Second of the game, I think, for Millington. I was about to give it the old classic commentary. Well, this is going to be a nervy couple of moments with just the one goal. They've restored their 2-goal advantage with 8 minutes left on the clock. Wimbledon were back within one. Very, very short term indeed. And in fact, is there another penalty corner here? No, it's well watched and well defended by the home side.
Beeston increasing that lead. Beeston 3, Wimbledon 1. And second for number 18, Lucy Millington.
So 7 minutes to play now. Professional thing to do is to take as much time as you possibly can over everything. However, it is Wimbledon at the moment with a bit between their teeth. Ball going across the face of the circle. Well watched in defence, and that's neatly done as well. Paige Dillard checking back inside. I think there was an appeal for a foot in there, but it did come off. I think that was Lucy Holder who was penalised. A long aerial ball coming down. More direct. Naismith going through the middle. That's a neat ball indeed from Apula towards Newitt. Beeston through again. Huddleston pointing to the foot is umpire Claire White. Couldn't have been clearer. Through again. Cusack thought she'd won the ball. Arms outstretched. She was, can't believe it. Thought she'd won that one fairly. Shade over 5 minutes to go as Kate Axford plays the ball towards the baseline, into the circle. Shooting chance on the reverse, it's high, but it's out. Jones. And that's another big appeal. Going to ground is Nicole Bowen. I think she was the player that was fouled on the way through after the good approach work from Jones. So another penalty corner for Wimbledon. Beeston trying to play it out from the back. There's the pick up from Jones. There's the layoff. I think it was, I think the foot was caught on the stick. Going over to inject is Jones. There's the trap. I think we aren't done with this phase of play yet. Someone may have broken too quickly, but I'm not sure from which side. It looks like all of the Beeston defence are going back to retreat, so looks as if Wimbledon may be swapping things. Yep, Susie Petty is going over to inject now. But also adding in a few extra players around the outside. Burnett's, who scored a goal to make it 2-1 on the extreme right-hand side of the circle. There's the trap. It's bounced off the stick, and that's still live in the circle. Again, Tyrrell has to be adept and quick moving to block that, and Beeston have cleared very well. 3 minutes to play. Ball hammered out of defence straight into a Wimbledon player. general calls of disbelief for a moment or so. I'm not entirely sure why. Beeston throwing the kitchen sink at this defensive work at the moment. Wimbledon changing the angle, moving it down the right-hand side. Crackles. Lays it off to Axford. Axford sweeps the ball from right to left. Wimbledon looking for a weak spot. Is there a route into the circle? Petty. Anywhere will do from the Beeston defence, and that's a brilliant ball. This is going to run and run and run, and who's going to get there first? Real pressure coming on from Sophie Robinson, but that's taken 10 or 15 seconds off the match time. Nikki Cochran still in the Wimbledon goal. Wimbledon 2 minutes away. In their last 6 games, they've won 4 and lost 2. There's the ball inside. One last chance, realistically, for Wimbledon to punch the ball into the box with 90 seconds to go. Jones again. Checks this way and that. Axford tries to spin, wins a free hit. Beeston's defence retreat. Jones again tries to find the angle ball, and that's behind. The furthest forward, I think. There's a bit of a limp there on Eliza Brett, who's seems to be up and all right. She's definitely still not moving well. Robinson crosses halfway. This could be the icing on the cake. Robinson's ball is blocked. Huge appeal. And that's a sensible thing to do. Beeston could have taken advantage of the short-handedness in the Wimbledon defence, but the right thing to do is waste a few more vital seconds. Keep possession. It's looking more and more likely that 3 points and a 7th win of the season are in the bag for Beeston. And there it is, final whistle blows. 3 points for the Bees against Wimbledon. And it's a very, very important win for the Bees as well. It's the first time they've secured 7 victories in a Premier Division season. That moves them up from 20 to 23 points. And I also think it confirms 5th place in the table for Beeston's ladies.
2 goals for Beeston for under 18, Lucy Millington.
Whilst the teams are taking their congratulations, I must say it was a great performance today from Wimbledon. They just didn't have that luck in front of the goal. They did manage to get on target with that converted finish from Fiona Burnett, but it wasn't to be for them. In fact, here's the scoring sequence on your screen now. Lucy Millington early in the first quarter, making it 1-0. Sophie, and that was the half-time score. Sophie Robinson, about 10 minutes into the second half, made it 2-0. Fiona Burnett pulling one back, and then Lucy Millington within about 60 seconds restoring that 2-goal lead, and that's the way the game finished. Beeston coming out 3-1 victors against Wimbledon. In fact, it's the first time they've ever scored, this is Beeston, against Wimbledon in the Premier Division in the times that they've met them before. And naturally then that's their first ever win over Wimbledon in the Premier Division. A couple of things to talk to you about as well. We've had an update of the live match that was going on at the same time. The men travelled to Durham today. Durham coming away with 3 points. It was a 1-0 victory for Durham. So it's still a difficult end of the season. I think Durham very grateful for the 3 points today. I'm not sure where the other games are currently standing, so I'm not going to speculate. Elsewhere, what's the run-in for the teams? We'll check that in a minute or two. We have, for Wimbledon, after today, just a couple more games to go. 2nd of April, they're home against Clifton Robinsons, and then a season-ending trip to Surbiton. Those are the 2 remaining fixtures for Wimbledon. Beeston's women, similarly, a handful of fixtures left for them. Away to Hampstead and Westminster next weekend, and then home against Clifton Robinsons in the final weekend. So it's a successful season. It's a 7th win of the season for Beeston, and it's 3 points in the bag on a sunny afternoon here in Nottinghamshire. From all of us here at BTV, I'm Matty Day in a hot seat. It's been a very hot seat in the chapel at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Hope to see you again sometime soon. This has been BTV.